Hey Jenny,
Hi, Graham.
are we hosting a video right now? Is this
I
happening?
think we might be.
Oh man, that means our site is launched.
Like, we did a whole site just so we could do videos again.
Yeah, for you, the viewer. Hey viewer person, I know we're breaking the fourth wall here by talking to you. But yeah, no, you exist and we're showing you this video. Isn't that cool?
It really is.
What are we looking at in this video, Jenny?
It looks like it might be a game that isn't even out in America yet.
That's correct. In fact, specifically, that game that we're looking at is Fire Emblem Fates.
I'm in shock, really.
It's a really fun game. I'm spending a lot of time with it this summer. Um, it's pretty great. I've been playing the Hoshido path first. A lot of people who are Fire Emblem veterans have been really interested in the Noir path because it kind of returns to the classic mechanics. But there's a lot about the Hoshido path that's kind of, if you want something new out of the Fire Emblem series, there's really a lot to it there. Like all the weapons are new and the classes are new. There's just a lot of combinations of things that you wouldn't expect.
It really is unusual, and I kind of like, too, how they ended up having a third path, so people who wanted it all really could have the best of both worlds, but let's not get into that just yet.
Yeah. You know what we should get into?
What?
First person view. Look at this. This
Oh,
is my castle. Look at that. That's me. I'm really camera shy. I just keep turning. Really not
it,
much I can do about that. See? Come on. Stay on the camera. Stay on the camera. Stay on the camera. He's like, no, no. He's shaking his head. No, I don't want to be on camera. So, whatever. He is, like, super Dragon Lord saving the world guy, I guess. But.
well, if you're gonna be a super dragon lord saving the world guy, you kind of have to stay humble. You can't let that go to your head.
Yeah. What you definitely can't let go to your head is a camera. Anyway, fine. So that is a pretty cool way to look at your My Castle. This is a new thing to this series. I'm gonna zoom all the way out so you can kind of see the layout of mine. There are different layouts depending on whether you go the Hoshido or Nora paths. This is a very traditional Japanese sort of thing. It's got this big rock in the middle and paths around it. The fun thing with it is, sure, it's got your armory and your arena and kind of like the places you would go between battles, but also it's kind of this place you defend. Like for example, down here, you defend like enemies coming from these entrances. So like I have this ballista here that I have. You can send someone over to shoot it, and I have these statues blocking the path, so it kind of funnels people in this way. Then on this other side, I got another ranged thing here. I got some healing areas and a nice fort. So basically, you better watch out because I am ready for you. These spawn extra people to defend their little units.
Unless they
So
get
yeah,
attacked by enemies.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, the enemies, they want to bust the place up.
Yeah, but
They're
yeah,
jealous.
so there's pretty cool stuff. Like, well, let me just show you this one. This one's kind of fun. After every battle, you can come in here, and it's kind of this like lucky draw thing. It's not like you don't have to spend anything. You just go in, walk, do your thing. Gives you a free item. What do I get this time? Oh, not the worst. I mean, not great, but not the worst. Yeah, I got a katana.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Um, but it's just kind of fun to just kind of hang out with your people. Different people will be running different shops all the time. I don't know. It's kind of a fun thing.
They might
Um,
ask for an accessory. They want to look cool.
yeah, they definitely ask for accessories, and you may or may not have bought any before they ask, so it gets real sketchy. But yeah, you know what? I know what you're probably here to see. So let's go ahead and actually show, like, I don't know, a battle, right? Like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I think that's what people really want to see. They want to see you fight.
So
They want to see what you've done.
I don't want to do any spoilers. So I will do one of these matches here. Let's go here. Basically, these don't happen on the Nor path, but on the Hoshido path, you get to kind of go back and fight people on old maps. And so here I can bring in. Okay. Wonder what I need for this map. That seems like a good mix.
Yeah, I think that works.
But yeah, so for example, This map was an interesting map in the main game. You'll see it. Basically, you have these you go up steps to different like rooftops to get to the top here, and it's kind of this maze thing. But the fun thing about going back to these levels is, you know, when you originally play it, you're all down here at the bottom, and you kind of got to work your way up. On this, you have the 2 teams of 2 split on the sides, and you get to go. So I'll just trust that wherever they put me is where I should go. That's ill-advised, by the way. You should be really, really careful about that stuff when you're playing, but I think I got this.
No, I think you'll do very well. I like how when you go into the staircases, when you come out on the other end, you'll still have some movement range. So it isn't like you're blocking the staircase and nobody else can get over there. You can make sure that you have enough people in each area.
Like, for example, send this guy down these steps, and he comes out here. He's still got that movement, which is nice, because it's just enough to get him to walk up to this archer. They can't defend themselves. Ah, some money. Who else can we send down there? I wonder if I have enough movement with this guy. Nope, I do not. Have I blocked myself in here?
I think you might have.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's not good at all.
No,
Well, wait. Ah, yeah, no, I've totally blocked myself in. Bad things may happen.
Yeah, that...
You know what? That might have been a mistake, Jenny.
That might have... I feel bad for Shigure.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna you know, forge ahead for the sake of the viewers. But you know.
Yeah.
I will.
You're not gonna be saving after this map.
I will not be saving. That is correct. So
you went with the puppeteer for Kaze?
Yeah. You know, there's a couple reasons for that. Basically, the movement. He's really good, and you just need to get him places. So, one thing I think is interesting about this game is Awakening had this weakness, right? It had the problem where you could just pair people up, and that was kind of broken, right?
Yeah.
In this game, they kind of fix it, because pairing up is a purely defensive maneuver. So, if you want offense, you need to keep people beside each other.
Right.
Which I think that's nice that it's not just purely better. You know, it's a small thing, but it really does change things up. So you can't just be like, well, I'm great, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I never really did the whole pairing thing, and when I've been playing If, I like having people right next to each other, even if it means there's a chance of everybody getting hit. It's better for building bonds, better for I like it better that way, you know? I want people to stand on their own 2 feet.
But it is, like, I like that sort of formation better for a lot of reasons, but it is a very fragile formation.
It is.
There are times when it's like, well, we just need to hold out and block this path where you definitely pair people up, you know?
Yeah. Well, there isn't really so much of that. Well, maybe I haven't gotten that far yet. I have about as many hours clocked as you, but I'm only on chapter 21 because I grind everybody. Everybody has their kids. Everyone is on their master class and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I've turned off animations because they're a waste of time. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I do the same thing.
I know people may want to see them in a battle, whatever, but, you know, those are in the trailers. You can see that stuff. But yeah, like, for example, here, pairing these 2 up, I get a much better attack. But then also, like, they're still pretty fragile. It's an interesting way to go.
I think the only exciting thing about the animations now, if you just let the battle run, is they have feet.
They do have feet. Of course, you can see that in other places.
Yeah, that's true. If you go into the first-person mode, you know?
Yeah. The only thing you can't see, the front of the face. You can see the side of the face if you go real fast. Oh, man. Midoriko, do you know if she has an Americanized name yet?
I think that's just what her name is going to be.
Okay. Well, yeah, so I love her ability, she just finds gold everywhere.
Yeah.
Like almost every time she moves. It's just money. Which is a pretty good way to go, I think.
Yeah, and plus she's adorable.
You know. I don't know.
Who's her mother in your game? Who is her mother in your game?
That is who you believe to be the female avatar's canon pairing, and who I believe to be the male avatar's canon pairing together as a pairing.
Oh, okay.
That is Kaze and Aqua.
That's exactly what I did, to be honest.
Yeah, Azura, I guess.
Yeah, it's Azura. Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm like, that looks like my character. So I had to ask.
Yep. No, that totally happened. I tend to do it where just whatever will be. And as it happens, the kind of fragile but nice ranged thief and the dancer were together a lot. So they
it's
moved.
exactly what happened in mine too.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the, like, go get the thief and, like, get the chests before they can run away with the loot. Of course you use the dancer to get them there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same thing that happened with my avatar and Joker. Well, Jacob in the US version.
Yeah.
They were always together, so, okay, they hooked up.
Yeah, I may be a little strong for this this group of enemies, but nevertheless, it's kind of just kind of showing you some of the new things, especially these units. Like, this isn't just like a Pegasus Knight. This is like a crazy Pegasus Archer Knight thing. It's a cool class. Also, it's my Mozume is this game's Donald. It's this game's villager that gets super good, yeah. She's pretty great.
You know, she didn't get great in my game.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what happened. I was using her all the time, and she's just one of my middling characters. I'm just amazed.
Well, my thing with these characters is always like, they're not necessarily great, but they have that ability that makes them great, which means you should under no circumstances miss out on marrying them to someone and making a kid have that ability. So that's what I did. Here's her kid, Shala. She's real good, as it turns out. Surprise.
Wait. You did the exact same pairing again that I did.
I mean, you know, if you get units about the same time, sometimes that stuff happens, you know?
Yeah.
There are some pairings I know you didn't do that I did.
Okay.
For example, my avatar married Hana. Because she was very fragile. And the avatar's ability this time lends themselves to being the support unit for other people. Like if they're the support unit, you know, they get a bonus. So you support the unit that's really fragile. So that's the thing you do.
Yeah. Yeah, what I ended up marrying Hana to, I forget his name at the moment, but he is the healer that has the afro and his eyes are always shut.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many units in this game. Like, here's like a cross section of the people and like their kids, because it's who I ended up using. But like, you know, like this is the avatar's kid here. Bam. But you know,
I think
like
it's Asama. I can't remember. There's too many people.
Yeah, like I can kind of show the full range of people I have here now that we're done with the battle. Like every battle, you come back to your castle, different time of day, you know. But yeah, so for example, you know, it's just a cross section, and this is like, it's a lot of units. And also, I bought a card of a version of myself. Just to try out that functionality. That's a little weird. If you get your unit good enough, you can buy a copy of them. They don't have any of the like relationships and supports and things, and that's sad. But anyway, but besides that one, these are just all the units you get, and this is just one of the halves of the game, you know. And then there's the third path where you actually there's like 5 characters or something like that you only get in that path. And yeah, so there's a lot of people.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of
too
game.
much.
It's a lot of game. Like, you know, you want to talk about getting charged for 2 games when you're getting 1. No, you're kind of getting 2 games. There's some maps you go back to in the different paths, but the maps are kind of designed for like, well, sure, you're on this map, but it's a totally different challenge, you know? They're reusing in the environment, but not the map as far as like game design goes, you know?
I know exactly. It's a great game, and it takes you a lot of time. You could even tell. Graham has spent 35 hours in his, and I've spent about 35 hours. I've barely scratched the surface.
Look at this. Sunset. It's
Yeah.
pretty great. Oh, look, the smoke billowing. It's a nice touch.
It is.
Anyway. So, anything you want to check out before we finish up, Jenny?
I think we should look at the most useless feature of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the most useless feature is going down here and buying accessories for your characters. Is that what you meant?
No, I meant we should go pet somebody.
Alright. So this is part of the game. Frankly, I would be okay if this is not part of the English version of the game because it's irrelevant. It's actually a slower way to develop supports than just going out and doing battles. So here you can choose a character. This first option actually, because I've married, there's like Hanas are always here. But so you can just pick a character. I don't know who will be like the dumbest character to do this with, Jenny.
Maybe Asama? I don't
Okay.
know.
I mean, maybe.
I would feel really weird if you did one of the kid characters. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say that.
I'm gonna do this scary-looking fellow here. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, you're gonna brighten his day?
I mean, I don't know if. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be just as creeped out by this as we are. So, there he is. There's this guy. Let me do that a little bit. So there's this guy here, and I tap that spot, and then, like, I don't know why I'm rubbing this guy's face. Jenny, help! Help! Save me from whatever this is, Jenny.
He's got something on his face, some dirt or something.
Let's see if I can rub this black hair off the face. It's weird. Can we get it off? If I just keep rubbing, will he have normal hair?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
is the hair without that normal? Maybe not. But there. How about?
what about
I don't
that
know.
collar? Rub that
Look
collar.
at that. There it is. So, I just did that. So, you're welcome. This is the thing that's in the game. I mean, frankly, there's not a lot that's really like lewd to it so much. It's very suggestive, but it's like, you know.
I don't know. Some of the guy characters, Joker, he says some things.
Yeah, okay. Once you get far enough, people do say things, but like the actual action, it's not like some of the worst games that have this sort of capability. That's what I'll say.
Okay, yeah.
That it is just kind of like, why are you poking my cheek over and over again? Why is that? Stop it. Stop poking my cheek. Stop it. Please stop doing that. You know, yeah. So that's in this game. There's no reason for this to be in this game. I gotta have a palate cleanser, Jenny. I gotta do something. How about?
Go to the arena.
Yeah. Okay. We can finish up with a nice arena battle, and you can see what the okay. So Ryoma's gonna go into the arena with some help from his brother. Okay, this should be a pretty good battle. And when you go in the arena, you can always choose something you've collected, right? And you risk it, and you can choose which one you want to go ahead. And frankly, I'm choosing Takumi because he's fully leveled, and I haven't used Ryoma that much, so I'm gonna do that. So you risk the ingredient, and you can get 2 of them. And all these things are kind of just for accessories and things. They're kind of not necessary, but
Well, also, if you end up winning, then you can end up doubling, like, carrying over the bet.
yeah. So we did it.
It was great.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So like I got 2 berries now. So. Yep.
You wouldn't have expected an archer to do so well.
You want to try again here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's see if we have it in us. This is gonna be close. Ah, I think he's done. Yeah. So this would be the part where bad things happen. Yeah. Yeah. So that's risky.
Yeah, it is.
But it should be noted, Takumi is still alive.
Right, and
It's not like the old arena days, you know. So, like, they don't really gain experience there either. So it's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to dig into here, and frankly, we might do some again in the future. I'm gonna keep playing. When I finish this path, I'm gonna go to the Invisible Kingdom path and have some fun with that. But yeah, so I don't know. I hope this gives you a better idea of sort of the late game. They've kind of covered a lot of the early stuff, but really kind of where it can build and how far it can go.
It's going to be a huge game. I think it's going to do really well when it comes to the US. I think a lot of people are going to love it. And I just hope it means more Fire Emblem, because it was scary when they thought that Fire Emblem Awakening was going to be it.
Yeah. Look at these statues. Man, look out of my castle. It's great. All right.
You do have a nice castle. What's nice too is if you end up, isn't it if you street pass somebody, you can see what their castle layout looks
yeah,
like?
and you can go in their castle, you can buy stuff in their castle. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, thanks, Graham.